All right, so tonight, this is going to be our second live. Let me just make sure that we have, welcome. All right, so let's just make sure, make sure my assistant is in here. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you guys for all of your support. So our live is to help promote. So I wanted to find a way really to start giving back and helping clients or friends or family or people that's in business. How to, structure their business, how to function, how to make decisions, just different things. So I went on a quest to search how could I, better do this. But anyways, so I am going to go ahead and get started. I am just going to share. Oh, and you know what, too? I meant to say this. This is your opportunity to also, if you share the live and you stay to the end, you have opportunity to win $25. So please comment, share in the comment section. Just comment, share in the comment section, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Let's see here. Okay. All right. What? Hi. So welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started. And so basically what we're doing here tonight is just kind of educating everybody. I was just on a quest to see what we can do to help clients or other people, again, to get started. So if you have any questions, type them down in the chat box. Feel free to message me, email me. Love to, help people out. So I was actually on Facebook, and I think I was just scrolling, and I was noticing that, somebody commented, what do you need help with in your business? And so some people say, what's the difference between the LLC and the S-Corp? Other people ask, how to organize, how to manage. Some people said I need help with bookkeeping and different things like that. So I promoted, I think, about free business consultation. But I don't know if people think I'm going to just, send you a bill after the consultation. But so many people call me all the time and ask me, help me with this, help me with that. This is your opportunity. Get all the free advice you want at no cost. I can tell you this, I love doing this. So this is not a problem. I talk so much, like I get in my zone and I just zone in. So again, if it's your first time joining, welcome. I would definitely am excited about you guys being here. If you have any questions, again, just type it in the chat box. Also, if you share and comment, share, then and stay to the end, you'll have an opportunity to win $25 cash app. So we had our cash app winner last year, and it was Miss, who was it? Oh, it's my girl, Latasha. Tasha! All right, so she was our cash out winner for last Tuesday. Now these lives I can only commit, because my schedule is so busy, I only commit to twice a month. So I have them every other Tuesday, and it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and basically is whatever questions that people have asked me or I come across, I'll try to present it. So again, all you have to do is comment that you share down into the chat box, and then you share it, and then stay to the end, and you have opportunity to win $25 cash out. Like, no gimmicks, no nothing. So all you're doing tonight is just basically you're educating yourself. You know, I tell people when they first go into business, the first thing you want to do is become knowledgeable, understand what market you're going in and different things like that, so that you're able to grow your business the way you want to. All right, so I'm going to just jump into it. I don't see no questions so far. So thanks, Shannon. So I see Shannon shared, but so I'll do the drawing at the end of the presentation or whatever. Not even a presentation, just whatever. And then if you hear your, just, you know, I'll tell you to drop me your Cash App, and then I'll go ahead and send that to you. All right. So one of the most popular common questions that I get all the time from most people that start businesses is they ask, you know, what is better, a LLC or a corporation or S-Corp? The first thing you should ask yourself before starting a business is, how do I want to pay my taxes? How do I want to file my taxes? A lot of people just start an LLC simply because somebody told them so, their friend told them, or they say, I don't want to get sued. But I can guarantee you this one thing. If you don't do certain things within your business, I guarantee you still put yourself at risk for being sued if you're not compliant with certain things. So it's important not only just to form an LLC, but also have your paperwork and everything in place. All right, so let's get into it. I'm just going to kind of give you a benefits on why people say LLCs are better versus, you know, corporations. Okay, as an LLC, it can be a one-member managed company, or it can be a multi-member managed company. The benefit of an LLC is that you can file it as a Schedule C on your personal tax return. So on your 1040, you can file it there, and it attached as a Schedule C. Now, the reason why people do that is to alleviate double taxation, because if you don't elect to have a limited liability corporation, then you will have to end up paying taxes twice. So you'll have to, one, file taxes for, if you do a corporation, you have to file taxes for your corporation, and then turn around and file taxes for your personal self. And then that's where the expenses come in. Okay, so next thing is, let me eliminate this theory that if I just do a LLC, I won't get sued. You still can get sued. Okay, a limited liability corporation, you have to have certain things in place to secure your corporation and keep its title, where the courts cannot personally come to you and strip away that title and sue you for your personal assets. So one of the things you have to do is have your articles of organization. It's like a birth certificate, sort of. In my mind, that's how I like to tell people, it's a birth certificate for your company. It's a full document. You can Google, they have samples everywhere, where it just tells you how your business is structured, who has the ownership, how you're going to run it, and just so forth, and all the officers and everybody sign off on it. So that is right there is the main benefit. And Daniel, thank you for sharing. Also, again, if you're joining, just share the page share the live video. Once you share it, put share it now, and we'll do a random drawing at the end of the discussion. And then you have to stay to the end in order. So if I call your name, so you can give me your Cash App, and I'll shoot you over $25 just for your support and also helping you educate yourself. All right. So, the common question is, a LLC or S-Corp better for entrepreneurs? Okay. Again, it depends on how you want to file your taxes. Okay. LLCs, you have to pay for your self-employment tax. Okay. With an LLC, the income passed through the owner. So you, the LLC, but the income come through you. And what it means by come through you is using your 1040 tax return, okay? And normally the self-employment tax rate is 15.3%, okay? Now, if you have an S corporation, on the other hand, the owner can take a salary. Now, this is the number one key. You have to take a salary, which means you have to pay yourself, okay? So you have to take a salary, all right? And then once you take the salary from the profits of the business, and then you apply the foreign earned income exclusion. It's a tax that you use. Most CPAs or bookkeepers, they know what that is, right? And this helps alleviate tax implications or expenses as far as the business. And a lot of times you can elect to have an S-Corp by simply completing one form, which is called the 2553 form. And it's just an election, but you have to meet certain guidelines, okay? Your company has to be in good standing, not behind on taxes, and so forth in order to benefit for the S-Corp. Some of the guidelines that are there for the owners, it's restricted by the government, because I think I had a client one time, let's see here, who I think he owed the IRS. So if you already owed the IRS and then he wanted to, because he didn't want to file two separate tax returns, he then tried to go back and elect for the S corporation, but at that time the IRS did not grant it because he had back taxes that was due. So you have to clear those up and then do the election. So you can switch how you want your company to operate at any time. Like some people say, can I switch once I started this way? At any time. I started out originally as a sole proprietor with a DBA, and DBA is doing business as, so it was Patrickia Dallas doing business as DallasParalegalSolutions, which only required just my social security number, and I could go straight to the the bank and open up a bank account and a business bank account and move forward. However, with sole proprietorship, it's you. So anytime you're offering a service, a product where you can get sued, I wouldn't stay at that particular entity for too long. If you're doing it just to keep your costs down at the beginning, go for it. And then after that, you can just kind of, once you start seeing things pick up, you're building your clientele, then the next thing you want to do is, change or elect how you want your company to run. So some people ask me, what did I do personally? I own a corporation and an LLC for two different things. I have my Dallas Paralegal Solutions Corporation, which is here. So I'm pointing to the wrong thing. Which is benefits to doing that. So I have that, and then I also have a LLC for my real estate, property, and different things that I manage and so forth like that. So it's different strategies for different things. So if I could give any advice to anybody that's starting a business is, go ahead and think about how you want to do your taxes. Like, do you want to be responsible for keeping up with the business taxes and your personal taxes and all this? Are you going to be organized? You have to do what you think is going to fit for you. So if I evaluate or consult with the client and they tell me, hey, I just want to, I don't want to have to do too much, I would definitely point them, go straight to LLC. Okay, so I got some questions coming in. All right, so Tony says, I have a DBA now since 2016. What's the benefits for this type? Honestly, Tony, there are really no benefits other than you don't have a lot of out-of-pocket expenses. So you don't have to do two tax returns. If you needed business credit, it wouldn't necessarily be business credit. It'll be personal credit because it's you doing business as a business. So the only thing I could say is your costs. You don't have a lot of overhead. You don't have a lot of costs as far as your taxes are simplified. It's just on the Schedule C. Really, that's it. The only thing I can say is if you ever want to take your business to the next level, it will be hard for you to scale it and grow it and protect yourself. So when I mean growing, I mean if you want to go out and buy some property or commercial building or anything, or buy a company vehicle for yourself or anything like that, it'll be all, kind of, you wouldn't be protected. People can come sue you directly. So stay there. But if what you're doing is not like, so I'm going to say this, if you have a side hustle, I need to tell y'all this. I get this all the time. And I think I'm going to share this to this young lady. So let's just say if you cut hair for example, and you have a DBA. The benefit of doing it like that and setting up a business bank account is to have really proof of income. I have a lot of independent contractors, like I'm a nail tech, I do hair, I do this, I do that, right? All these little side hustles or whatever. You can legitimately turn your side hustle into a business and establish proof of income. A lot of independent contractors come to me because they don't have like a paycheck stub. You can. So all you have to do is do Patrickia Dallas, doing business as whatever your business name, take your social security number, go open up a business account, and then when you get money from your clients, you have to operate like a business. Don't stick it in your pocket, don't spend it, take it and make a deposit. So you make a deposit right by the ATM, make bank, whatever, make a deposit like if you was working at a McDonald's or a restaurant and you was managing it. You make your deposit and then take your debit card and do what you got to do. You still got access to your money. You just need to create a paper trail. And so when you need proof of income, all you have to do is go print off your bank statements and say, here's my bank statements. I've been in business now going on 6 years. I have yet to really had to show anybody a paycheck stub. I just go take my business bank account, bank statements. They see the deposits that hit there. They see the expenses that come out, and it works just fine. But a lot of people, because they don't want to deposit the money into their account, you'll never have proof that you're making money other than, oh, I got a couple of cash apps. I'm telling you, that'll save a lot of people a lot of heartache, and then you can legitimize yourself, and that way, you don't have to ever feel like, oh, I ain't got this, I can't do this. I have a lot of people come to me and say, I can't buy a house because I do hair on the side. How do I make it do it? When you get your hair money, go deposit into your business bank account. And so when you get ready to buy a house, I'm telling you, I bought my first property. I did not use not one paycheck stub. I used strictly bank statements. And it was good. It was verifiable income. So that's another thing. All right, so I got a question from Danielle. Erica, thank you so much for sharing. Again, if you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Please put that you share. Okay, so Danielle, I'm going to jump to your first question and then come back to your second. So she says, so a small business sole owner is better than the LC. Again, Danielle, it's not so much about which is better. It's what works for you. So what do you have to do? What are your financial goals? What are you trying to do with your business? What are you trying to do with your income? Are you just trying to have proof of income? Then yeah, why do all that complex stuff and you just need proof of income? If you're not trying to scale your business and do bigger and better things, buy property, cars, and really make it in there, solidify it, then so proud. However, I can say this: if I was offering a service or a product, or I'm selling something, like you got people that's making things now, I say LLC, just because you can get sued. I'm trying to think of something. I know I got a client of mine that she make her own cosmetic skincare. I told her from the jump, don't wait. LLC, because somebody use your stuff and they face and skin peel off, you know, you're gonna be messed up, you're gonna be upset. So I personally, Now, Danielle, to your next question, you say, what if the cash apps are deposited there? Good question. So I do take cash apps from my clients, and so I link my business card to my business debit card. I link it, right, that it comes in. That works, but it has to be a business account. It cannot be a personal account. So if you're doing business and then your money going into a personal account, you're defeating the whole purpose. So, and yes, that's correct. So let me explain how I have a lot of loan officers, mortgage brokers, and different people like that. So I can tell you, you know, what they look for. When they come in, Cash App show up as Square. So anybody who has like a Square account as well, and it has your deposits, it doesn't show up and say Cash App. It says Square deposit, right? So you could say this come from, you know, the money that I got from doing business for my clients. So I mean, I get Cash App, and then I get some from my invoices from Square. All of it say Square. So when they look at it, they just look at it as income. What is this? Income from clients, and that's proof of income. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Tony, for sharing. Again, if you have any questions or comments, put them in a box, like, hearts, whatever. Again, any questions you think, even if it's off subject, please feel free to ask. I'm here to educate, since you guys didn't sign up for the free consultation. So I figured, hey, why not just, you know, let people come in if they're available. All right. Now, let me tell you some pros and cons. So most people think, okay, if I do an LLC, I can't do an S-Corp. You can. So you can have a limited liability corporation. It can be classified as an S-Corp, okay? So these are the pros, okay? So one, the business pays your salary. So if you operate in an LLC or S-Corp, please pay yourself. And I'm pretty sure everybody at this point has realized, due to COVID-19, the importance of paying yourself, especially when you've got time to apply for the PPP loan, which is the Payment Protection Plan loan, right? Payroll Protection loan. So y'all give me a second because my son playing with me. Get by and stop playing. I said bye. And yes, bye. So yes, y'all know we all homeschooling and all that stuff. That I don't know what we gonna do. Okay, so one of the pros of it is the business pays your salary. So if you do elect the S corporation, and also the business is responsible for paying your payroll taxes, right? And then the payroll taxes that is paid on your salary is, you can expense it. It's tax deductible. You don't have to pay, your business doesn't have to pay taxes on the money. So that's a great benefit. So now, not you, but the business, and it's at a different rate versus if you did the self-employment tax, which is taxed at 15.3%. Now this saves you money on your taxes, right? Because again, as a regular LLC, you have to pay that self-employment tax. If you do an S-Corp, you don't pay the self-employment tax. You just do the regular payroll taxes for your state, and it's a lot cheaper. Because I think Florida is like 7% or something like that. It's a lot cheaper. So that saves money. All right, and this is the other benefit of an S-Corp. So you can give yourself, or elect to give yourself, what they call earnings, or, you know, shareholder dividends. You know, like if you was to invest in stocks or something, they'll give you a little couple of bit send you a little disbursement check for your investment. You can get earnings from your own business, and then it's taxed at a lower tax bracket versus the 15.3%, that big old, you know what I'm saying? So you save yourself a lot of money. Now the disadvantage of an S-Corp is the salary is capped. So you can't say I'm gonna pay myself $100,000 and your company making $100,000. S-Corp say it has to be reasonable to your industry, and also compared to what's coming into your business. Okay. All right, and then the other disadvantage is if you're a shareholder, which you would be if you own your own company, you cannot own more than 2% of the company's stock, and then you can't claim employee health insurance as a tax-free benefit. So you have to pay taxes on that, but still, it still saves you money on the bottom end. Okay, and then anytime you can change your election. You don't have, some people think, okay, once I'm here, I have to stay here. You don't. You can change it. And if you ever go on to irs.gov, you'll see where people can make that change. All right, so we got some more good questions. All righty. All right, so Tony said, do all businesses' accounts require certain amounts to remain in your account monthly? No. So I have some experience in the banking industry, and they have, just like with personal accounts, they have different levels. You could get like a student account where they only require $100, or this level account. It depends on the level. So when you go see a banker, they will ask you, what is your projected revenue, or how much you think you're gonna have, coming in or going out. And this way, so that they can give you an account that will benefit you and your business. And then as your business grows, you can upgrade to different accounts. So, and I've banked with Bank of America, I've banked with ViStar, I banked with Wells Fargo, which I wouldn't do hate to say this. I'm going to say this, I'm going to be honest, if you're black, I wouldn't do Bank of America. I mean, not Bank of America, Wells Fargo. But I did Bank of America. I've been with Bank of America since 2006, since I was in college. So I had a college account, business accounts. I have actually multiple business accounts for Bank of America. They have good business relationships, and they know how to help you get your business to the next level. Oh my gosh. So, to answer your question, Tony, I think more so you can get away with not having those fees or not having that requirement if you use a debit card. I think most accounts now, if you use your debit card, thank you, Erica. If you use your debit card, you can, and I think they say at least have $250 worth of transactions, because they make money on you putting money. Banks make money on money moving and leaving out of bank accounts. So if you use an account and you're using it to conduct your business, then you can alleviate that cost. Because I don't pay any administrative or account fees for anything, simply because I do exactly what they say. So if they say, okay, you need to use $250 a month on your debit card. So what I would normally do is try to pay a business expense, or I might just say, if I use gas a lot, then I would try to use that gas, spend $250 in gas a month to get that account free. So I hope that helped. Okay, let's see. All right, so Ms. Daniel got another great question. So, are you required to tax customers? Okay. So, if you apply for the resale tax certificate and to get tax exempt when you make purchases, let me tell you what you're doing. You are basically confirming and acknowledging to the government that, hey, I'm buying my goods at a wholesale price without the taxes because this is for resale purposes only. I'm not going to take these items and put them in my pocket and leave or use it for my personal use. I'm trying to make money off of this. I had this potential client. I didn't take him on because of his books was kind of like too out of there, to the point where I couldn't risk that, because I really built my business on integrity and doing things the right way and trying to show customers you don't have to do all this backhanded stuff to be successful. You could do it the right way and at a minimal cost, and you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really touch his stuff, but I could tell you this. He was wholesaling hair and hair products and had a whole hair store. I'm talking about a whole hair store. And he was taxing people and keeping the money. If the government or the state ever come in, this man going to jail. When I say jail, jail. So if you're not buying your products wholesale and non-tax, and so if you're buying it and it's tax on it, you don't have to collect the tax. So you basically paying the tax for your customers. But I have a little trick about that. So let's just say, let me give you a scenario. If I did hit, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna say hair, because most hairstylists incorporate the cost of their products plus the service into their price, right? So if you're doing something for your customers and you paying tax on it, you just, you know what I'm saying, you divvy it up, meaning like if you buying a 32-ounce shampoo, you use about an ounce of piece, you divide it up, include it in your price so you can make your money back, including the taxes. Now, if you buy stuff, paying taxes for it, and then re-taxing, you're supposed to send that stuff in every month. They send you, once you sign up for your certificate, they give you a certificate book. You have to send in your sales reports, how much taxes you collected, and a check that say these are the taxes I got to pay to the state of Florida, or whatever state you're operating in. Like, that's important. Things like that is what I see people mess themselves up with the most. Like, get themselves in trouble big time, shut down. Liens get put on when I say liens get put on a personal. Okay, so I was helping this investor clear up some titles for some rental property that he had, and one of the ladies, owners of the property, was sued by the SBA. So that's the Small Business Administration, and they took her house away from her personal house behind a business, because she wasn't compliant and she wasn't doing her stuff right. So me personally, I would just kind of, I would pay the taxes and then just include it into my service. But if you're going to buy something and then resell it, you need to keep up with that stuff, or don't charge them people taxes on it, which then again, you shouldn't even be doing that, because that's illegal, because you're supposed to charge tax, because that's how the state make their money. That's how the government make their money. That's the whole point. That this whole circle of life, so that everybody is well supported. Okay, so Mr. Oswald, hey Oswald. Also, FYI, that's my cousin. All right, so if you're offering a service, lawn handyman, is it better to have an LLC or sole proprietor? So Oswald, definitely LLC. Reason being, especially for the lawn service and handyman, you definitely get sued. You definitely get sued. You definitely get sued. And then two, you operating with heavy equipment, meaning like you own somebody else's property, you damage their stuff, you need general liability insurance. anything can happen. You want to definitely protect yourself with an LLC. I would not operate on a sole proprietor unless you're just trying to start and get your name, but I would say quickly jump that over to an LLC and operate it with insurance. Again, let me say that one more time, with insurance, because you know, you have people that sue and say you burnt up my grass, like you cut my lawn. And you know what? Because I'm gonna tell you this: if you're doing business, you don't want to just, not knocking nothing, but you don't want to just stay in the hood. You want good clientele. You want to be able to service people everywhere, right? So if you go out there to Ponte Vedra and you go out here and cut these people's grass, and you did a little patch, or you messed a little patch in their grass, how you gonna compensate them? They only paid you what, $75 maybe? So if you have insurance, then you can say, hey, you know, I apologize about that. You know, here's my insurance company. You can file a claim. They'll be able to, and that'll take the pressure off, you know, off financial pressure off, and you constantly got to look behind your back or whatever. But, you know, and most general liability insurance is about $35, maybe 40. Like, pay it and put that book on auto pay so you ain't got to worry about it. Again, so if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We do the show every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're here, put share. We're going to do a random drawing for all those that share, and then you have to stay to the end. So if I call your name, you just shoot me your Cash App, and I shoot you $25. $25 to educate yourself. All right. All right, so next question, let's see here. If I'm using my personal vehicle for business purpose and anything, I have to change. Oh, Danielle, yes, ma'am, great question. All right, so I'm going to say this. If you're using your personal vehicle for business purposes, you don't need to change anything other than tell the truth with your insurance company. So if you tell them, hey, you know, I'm going to be driving X amount of miles, you know, because I'm just being honest. Back in the day, I used to do this. If they say, how many miles you think you're going to be driving? Oh, I don't drive that much. See, that's because I want to cheap insurance, right? But it's at a disadvantage, okay? And then I'm going to tell you another secret. I had one of my insurance brokers that advised me of this, but my car is a company car anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. But you know how people put, like, the car wraps on a personal car, or they put, like, magnets and all kind of little stuff advertising their business? If you driving a personal vehicle and you have a company information on here, most people in their mind think, okay, I'm going to sue this company and I'm not going to sue a person. But by the time they see that it's personal insurance that they're going to go after, and, you know, everybody in Florida suing because they need them a lawsuit, right? All right, and I used to work, y'all gonna be like, how many jobs she had? I used to do personal injury law for an attorney. I did this about 8 or 10 years ago. So I used to be, that's how I started my paralegal business, because my legal background. But one of the things that we used to look for is whether that person, because you have to answer certain questions when you get in a car accident, where you were going, this, that, and the third. So if that person say, you know, I was going to work, I work for myself, and then you got a car wrap, but you got personal insurance, your insurance company, they'll pay that claim out. They might deny it, they might not pay it that much, or the person your insurance might not cover that much, and therefore you could be at risk for being sued more. And then at the same time, they'll drop you too, because you didn't have commercial insurance, you had personal insurance. So just be careful. Don't wrap your car, don't put no advertisement in it. You can use your vehicle, you know, to get back and forth to work. However, I just wouldn't put no personal advertisement unless it's a commercial vehicle. Just be mindful if you get in an accident, they tell you where you're going, and you got something on your car. I'm just saying, I'll just be mindful of that particular situation. The benefits of using your personal car: you get write-off mileage. The con of using your personal vehicle and not having a vehicle in your company name, and it's nothing hard to do, because all you have to do is just apply for a car in your company name. But anyways, all right. Thank you, Monica, for sharing. Let's see here. So to kind of answer your question, is more benefits if you get your car in your name. So just to shoot you out some free advice, I tell clients every time. You plan on buying a car in the next couple of months or whatever, you have a legitimate business with the EIN number, this is how you do it. But if you don't have your business bank account set up, then you can't do it. So if you're using your business bank account, it's show money coming in, that's your proof of income, you can go apply for a loan for a card for your business, just like how you do for your personal. You just take your business bank accounts in there instead of your paycheck stubs. I did it. And then, and what you do is instead of signing your name, you sign the company name, and then you do agent or whatever your title is and sign your name up under it. When they ask you for your Social Security number, you use your EIN number. If they say, okay, your company don't have enough business credit, then you can say, okay, well, I guarantee it then. So then you would then give them your Social Security number. So then the vehicle would show up in two places. It would show up on your business credit and it would show up on your personal credit. But let me tell you the trick to this. I'll tell you the trick to this. So I was going to apply for a business loan or something, and so they were saying, they were looking at it, and it showed up on my personal account. So my personal credit, it was like, oh, this affected your debt income ratio. I said, this car doesn't belong to me, it belongs to my company. And so they was like, well, can you show us proof? So I pulled out the registration, it said my company name, and they said, well, show us proof that your business paid for it. I said, bam, let me pull out that bank statement, because baby, that car note was being paid by my business every month. Like, I don't pay the car note out of my personal account, I pay it out of my business. It don't belong to me. So hey, it's a company car. So that is the trick. And then they cannot, when I say cannot, they cannot count that on your personal credit, because it's not yours. You just guaranteeing it. So it's only used so if your business defaulted, then you will be the backup person. But they can't count it as your debt to income ratio. All right, so we got one last question, and we're going to start wrapping it up. It says, from Miss Erica, I pay taxes on my Tava products when I do my wholesale orders from corporate, but I do charge taxes on my individual sales. I was wondering if that was the right thing to do, but you answered my question. Okay, awesome. All right, now I pay taxes on my account, and then you charge taxes again. Yeah, so if you're collecting taxes, you're supposed to report it. That's not something that you're supposed to keep. So if they kind of help you, or what I would do is, so you will open up, if you open up a business bank account, I always tell my clients to have a checking account and a business account. A checking account and a savings account. And this is what you name them. So your checking account is called your operating account. Your savings account is called like your S-Corp. It's just kind of like transitional money. And then your next account that you would use is called payroll expense account. So you know how, like, if you do online banking, you can go in there and rename, or you could tell whoever you bank with, name them these. This is what I want to name. And you can name it payroll account. So as soon as you get, like, your clients, I think, because like with my Square, it has a daily, it gives me a report every day of money come in, how much was collected for taxes, how much I gave out on discounts and stuff like that, right? So I would take the money for my services, put it here, whatever it said I collected for taxes, then I take it and put it in my tax account. So at the end of the month, or 2 months, or at least quarter, if you can't do it every month, at least do it every quarter, which is every 3 months. You send in your voucher stub with your taxes, and you pay it out of that account. And it's just simple like that, to keep everything easy peasy. Or what you can do, Erica, is just not collect taxes. If you're already paying taxes, don't double work yourself. Now, you can always do a price markup. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to compensate for merchant fees. So like, for example, I have this other business that I have, which when money comes in through this merchant account, then they take a fee off for processing my payment for me. So how I get my fee back is I include with their payment merchant fee. It is say, instead of taxes, I'm going to say merchant fee, because it's going to take it out, but it's going to be at the client's expense and not at yours. So don't market taxes on there if you don't. Thank you, Martina. So don't market taxes if you don't have to. Like, that's just extra work. If you paying your taxes and doing what you're supposed to, don't extra work yourself. Just do a merchant fee. Because some of my clients, like, if you work me too hard, you gonna pay that merchant fee. You know what I'm saying? I'm already giving you a discount, and then doing this, and then I'm paying fees. You know what I'm saying? So just to kind of alleviate your costs on the end, you can just recharge it back to the client. And I know exactly what you're doing, because I've done that before. You're trying to, Erica, recoup those expenses for your business. So most definitely, all you have to do is just you charge it back to the client. So if they see on here, they was like, okay, well, I was charged 3% of my $75. Oh, that's a merchant fee for processing your payment. Y'all, I know y'all done went to those ghetto convenience stores out in the hood when they tell you, okay, a minimum of $5, or we got to charge you a merchant's fee, or we're going to charge you $1.50, or whoever done been to the tax collector office and you got to pay an extra $2.95 for them to run your credit card. That's the same thing. That's all you have to do. That's not illegal. That's just eliminating your expense. So anyways, let me see. I think I just went to sleep, my computer. All right. So, all right. Well, Danielle, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. So again, thank you so much. I'm going to wrap it up. Do anybody have any questions? Any questions? Okay. All right. So let me get with my assistant. She logged in here, and let me see. She's going to do the random drawing for the Cash App. And we're going to go ahead and get you in here. So give me just a second. Let me talk to her. Okay. All right, so oh, thank you, Erica. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining. I'm passionate about this. You know what? It's crazy because y'all ever heard them say, you do something, if you find a job that you love to do, you'll never feel like you're working, right? And a lot of times I have to stop myself because I wouldn't necessarily make money, because I would just share. I'm passionate. When I say I love entrepreneurship, anybody that went to school with me know anything. I always had me a hustle. And in my mind, I wanted to make my hustle my business. I wanted to legitimize it. I wanted to, not just be a side hustle. And a lot of times people get stuck with just, oh, this is just something on the side. Well, if you love it, why not make it your business? Go at it full force. It's an opportunity to do something that's going to make you happy. And so I love entrepreneurship. I love to see people doing business. Especially love to see people doing it the right way, and being successful at it. All right. So, we got a winner. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, so these are all the people. I'm just going to post this in the chat right quick and see. Let's see. So we got a list of people. All right, so Lizzie, can you pick a number? How many? Oh, this is who we have. Okay, so we have Miss Danielle Nicole is our Cash App winner for tonight. So Miss Danielle, are you here? If you're here, you have to put your Cash App in there, and as soon as I end this live on, because I got it on a computer and my phone, I'm going to send you over that $25. But please message in the chat box if you're here. Let's see. So we're going to give her a second. All right. Is Miss Danielle still here? All right. We're about to choose another person. All right, Danielle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yay! Okay, all right. So thank you, Danielle, so much. I'm gonna send that right over to you. Again, I encourage you, message me on my business page, personal page. If you got any questions you want me to talk about and get you some free advice, let me know and we'll do it on our next Tuesday. Okay, Danielle, I got you. I'm gonna send that over to you as soon as we end it. So again, thank you guys for coming out. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am here for you. You grow, I grow, we all grow, right? All right, so until next time, you guys have a wonderful Tuesday night, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.